So today I'm going to be doing the book sacrifice tag. I was tagged by Read Teddy Talk back in October last year. That's how long it is since I've done a tag. I'm catching up on them, guys, I promise. Anyway, the whole point of this tag is in each scenario I'm to choose a book I'm willing to sacrifice. Now I kind of wanted to, for this tag, get a fire and sacrifice the books literally into the fire, but I didn't because I don't own half the books, and also I don't really agree with doing that, so I'm not gonna do that. Sorry. Anyway, let's get into the scenarios and see which books I'm willing to sacrifice. Scenario number 1 is an overhyped book. Let's start this off with a zombie apocalypse. Apocalypse. I can never say this word. Let's say you're in a bookstore, just browsing, when BAM! Zombie attack! An announcement comes over the PA system that the military has discovered that zombies' only weakness is overhyped books. What book that everyone says is amazing but you really hated do you start chucking at the zombies, knowing it will count as an overhyped book, and successfully wipe them out? If you've been on my channel long enough, I'm pretty sure you know what I'm going to say for this, but in case you don't, it's Divergent by Veronica Roth. I would happily throw this book at some zombies' heads. In fact, I can't wait to get rid of this book. I don't know why I still have it. I also have Insurgent, and I haven't even read Allegiant, and I don't want to. Don't make me. You can't make me. But yeah, I'm throwing this at some zombies' heads. I literally just threw it, and I don't know how I feel about that. Scenario number 2 is a sequel. Let's say that you've just left the salon with a smashing new haircut. I can see that. And boom! Torrential downpour. This has happened to me because every time I go to the hairdresser, I get my hair straightened because it's easier to cut my hair when it's straight than curly. And then there's rain and I'm like, no, please, my hair is straight for once, don't rain. So what sequel am I willing to use as an umbrella to protect myself? Or my precious straight hair in this scenario. I'm not sure if this necessarily counts as a sequel, but I'm counting it anyway, and it is The Secret Diary of Lizzie Bennet by Bernie Sue and Kate Rowe. This tells the story of the Lizzie Bennet diaries, which I absolutely loved. It's a YouTube web series here on YouTube, obviously. It's really good, I really enjoy it. And then when I was at VidCon, they had this book here, and apparently this book kind of retells it, but it also gives never behind the scenes stuff that we never see. We get to get inside Lizzie's head, and I was like, yes, I want this, I need this. I was excited about it. I bought it in hardcover. I got it signed by all the cast. I read it and I really didn't like it. This really didn't transfer well from book. I felt like I really learnt nothing, and it was just a really big letdown, and honestly I would happily get rid of this, but I've got it signed by the cast, who I still love the cast. I don't know, I'm so conflicted. I'm gonna keep it because it's signed, but if I use it, to protect myself from the rain, the signatures aren't gonna get hurt, but then this cover will, and I don't care. Let's go on to scenario number 3, a classic. Oh, my favorite. I love classics. Can you hear the sarcasm in my voice? Let's say you're in a lecture and your English teacher is going on and on about how this classic changed the world. I mean, I've never had this scenario happen to me before. Am I right? How it revolutionized literature, and you got so sick of it that you chucked the classic right at his face because you know what? This classic is stupid and it's worth detention just to show everyone how you feel. What classic do you chuck? Contrary to my last question where I said I love the Lizzie Bennet diaries, I do not love, however, Pride and Prejudice. I really hate that book. I just hate it so much. I hate it with a passion. I think it was in year 11 literature and we had to do an essay on Pride and Prejudice, and I was as big as a reader as I was now as I was back then. And I tried to read it. I tried so hard, but I couldn't. Even tried to read Spark Notes on the bloody thing, and I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. I didn't read the book, and I flippered on about how I loved Mr. Darcy or some reason. I think I ended the essay with, I love Mr. Darcy, exclamation mark, and I got a B on that essay. I didn't even read the freaking book, and I hate Mr. Darcy. I would happily chuck Pride and Prejudice at a lecturer's head. Scenario number 4 is your least favorite book ever. Let's say that you're hanging out at the library when BAM! Global warming explodes and the world outside becomes a frozen wasteland. You're trapped and your only chance for survival is to burn a book. What is the book you first run to? Your least favorite book of all life. Which book do you not fully regret lighting? I have 2 options for this because I hate 2 books that passionately. And surprisingly enough, I borrowed them from my library last year, so I know exactly where they are on the shelves. Last year, for a readathon, I had to read Viral, and because it was the only book that I could find with the author's last name starting with mine, he had a V and I have a V in my last name, it's the start, so I chose this book because it was the only book I could find. and I hated it so much. I would happily light that book on fire. Then I also have Hot Gimmick, which I borrowed from the library. I've actually done a review on it. It's a manga series and I get so angry at it. So if you want to watch me rant, go watch that review. And I just thought of something. In university one year, I got a book from like the reject shop or something. My boyfriend bought it for me. No, I said I wanted it. It was like $2. He bought it for me, whatever. This was when BookTube wasn't a thing and I was just looking for something to read. The main character was a cheater and an asshole and just this arrogant prick, and I hated the book so much that I was reading it when we were fishing, and I regret this so much because it polluted the water, and I know, I regret it, but in my rage of how arrogant this character was, I threw the book into the river. And I never saw it again. So I would also happily light that book on fire. I can't remember what it's called though. So yeah, that was a book sacrifice tag. I know it's been out for a while, so I'm really not sure of who has and has not done it. However, I thought I would go ahead and tag a few people anyway. If you've already done it, lovely people, please just ignore this. I'm taking Chammy from Read Like Wildfire, Miranda from Books 101, and Alex from A Zombie Booktuber. Please forgive me if you have already done this tag. I just really think your answers would be interesting and I really want to know. Let me know in the comments below what book you would set in fire if you had to, and like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you'd like to see more book related videos from me, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye!